Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesdays with Puddnhead. This time I'm joined by Sharkbait.
Sharkbait.
Ooh-ha. All right. We
Yeah.
are going to go over some Elementalist games today. Elementalist has been kind of hopping on Discord recently, so we're going to watch how people are using her and how people are fighting her, and then you guys can have some data that we have. So here we go.
Yep. I've been
This
playing her a bunch
game,
lately too, so
what was that?
I said I was playing her a bunch lately too. So
Oh yeah, so you're gonna have some cool insights here. I'll have to let you talk
hopefully.
about some stuff. We have Navmaster playing his Elementalist in the upper left, and Furno playing his Monk in the lower right. I believe the Discord was attack spell Elementalist versus bow monk. Is that right? Is that what the one it was? Yeah, archer monk. Yep, attack spell Elementalist versus archer monk. So now you know kind of what they're going to be doing. Let's get it rolling. All right. You know, Shark, one thing that I find deplorable about Arcane Wonders is that we don't have any powered up versions of these mages.
Yeah, I don't have the art for that, so I don't know if that's gonna be a thing this time around or not.
All right,
I
so we see Amulet of Attunement and the Drake.
Ooh, a Drake. Someone actually using a Drake. That's good. I haven't used the Drake very much. I was
I was
talking
thinking the
to
other day
Koshade about
that
it this weekend, but
what if we had the Drake do all and the Pandemonium do ores? Like the Drake was ands and Pandemonium was ores,
that's an interesting thought.
because you're going to lose the glyph when the Drake dies, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Huh. That's an interesting
so
idea.
But so the way the Drake currently works, let's make sure that everybody knows this. The Drake activates glyphs the same way the Elementalist activates glyphs and does not actually remove. It's like an extension of the Elementalist. So if this Drake were to cast a Meltdown right now, it would activate Earth and Fire, not just Earth. Like, I mean, it couldn't. It's got water. But let's say, what's something? A Frost spell. The Drake casts a Frost spell. It activates both, right? The air and the water.
As long
Not
as it's an
just
and not an or.
right. If it's an and spell, the Drake activates both glyphs, even though it only carries one of them, right?
Yeah.
And
I
if
believe
the
that is correct.
and if the Elementalist does the same thing, will also activate the water glyph from the Drake because you haven't removed the Elementalist's ability to do that.
Yeah, I also believe that is correct.
So we'll see if Navmaster plays it that way. So we've got a 7 dice swell coming to kill that Battle Forge.
Ooh.
That is not quite enough.
Oof.
Does
I had a water
activate the
elemental
water
and destroyed
glyph.
in one turn. That was fun. Oh, doesn't matter. Going for the double spell.
Yeah, that'll do it. 2 swells will do it for sure.
And it was relatively cheap.
Then we got a Hawkeye and a Fortified Resolve on the Monk, and he's going to use his bow. It
Yep.
came out of the. What did the bow came out of the
I
Battle
think
Forge,
we
right?
cast it earlier.
Yeah. All right, 5 damage on the Drake.
Interesting. Huh. All right. So right now it looks like the Elementalist has a pretty big mana advantage here and action advantage. Well, Dojo kind of helps. Dojo's not quite as good as the Drake in my opinion, but
The
it's
Drake has to use a lot of mana, but it does channel.
yeah,
The Dojo doesn't channel. It's true.
it's true. It's a little tough to gauge. I wouldn't say one is significantly better than the other one, but I tend to favor the Drake over the two.
I mean, it's a dragon, so why not?
Right. And
I
yeah, let's
guess
be
it's not
clear.
a dragon. It's a Drake.
It's an
It's like a
elemental.
dragon.
It's an elemental.
Mm-hmm. So you could steal that guy's attack.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. I didn't think of that. It's pretty good attack to steal, too.
You can also, so it looks like Navmaster is going to use the Water Glyph's ability to heal the Drake during the upkeep.
Yep.
And he's got an active Fire Glyph, and everything else is inactive. All right, we
Which
got a
is
Sohi
probably going to be used
Disciple. And a
I just
dispel
thought it was
on
interesting because of
Hawkeye.
the defenses.
The Sohei. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, you can use your defense on the monk, right? And then you get a
That's what I
double
mean. Yeah,
strike
you just
unavoidable if you've got a little enchantment on there.
start
I'm
blocking
gonna
with
guess that's a
things.
rust from the Elemental Drake because yep,
Nullify was a rust.
yep, because it can only cast water spells.
Yep.
All right, so okay, we got this figured out here.
He's really
Nullify
going for
needs
the
to go
Drake with that
away.
shooting. Ooh, 5
Now
damage on that
5 more
too.
damage. Yep. Killing the Drake is pretty bad because he's loaded his book with water spells so that he can use a water Drake. And once the Drake is gone, the water glyph is also gone, so he won't get all of the flips from the water
Well,
spells anymore.
one of the things about the water one in general, is that a lot of the other elementals you cast are non-living anyway, so the water glyph doesn't really help them very much. It can help you, but it doesn't really help them.
No, that's true. All right, I'm guessing that Dojo is going to enchant the Sohei Disciple this turn. You got a Battle Forge from the Elementalist here. Six key on the monk. Got 2 charges on Fortified Resolve.
That fortified resolve could come in handy later too. I think it's a real pain to burn through.
So we should probably look and see how much does he use the amulet every turn. Yeah, it looks like paid 3 mana for the amulet. Activate the glyph. Yep. Okay. Here at Nabmaster's perspective, so I'm trying not to cover over his cards here.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Ooh, Battle Forge getting us levy scale out.
But Drake
Interesting.
is gonna be hurting pretty soon here.
Oh, that wasn't a good roll.
Nope. Oh, click. Oh, is auto scroll off because of you or because of
Because of me, I did it. It's my
Oh, okay. I
fault.
didn't know if it was something he did. Okay.
My
Oh, there we
fault.
go.
All right,
No, no worries.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Oh,
Oh,
low roll
oh,
both times.
that's
Drake
awful.
survives. Yeah. I feel like Mend would be a good one here to keep the Drake, you know, going. But it's also novice, so it doesn't cost a ton of spellbook points.
Basic melee attack. Must need that mana for something.
He's got what, 8 mana?
Cobra Stance. Interesting.
That's a rust.
Yep. Jetstream.
Ooh, and just stream. Oh,
Making a
misses the
wall.
push.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no wall bash there. It's too bad.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that since it's basically
All right.
intercept, but not quite intercept.
It doesn't change the target of the attack, right?
Right.
So
It
all it
just
does is
gives the
give you a
defense.
defense as long as he's in the zone. Or he. I don't even know what that's placeholder art, so whatever.
That would be fun to code at some point,
We're just trying to break your brain.
right? Thanks, Koshade. Thanks, Puddin. I appreciate you
But
guys.
it's a cool creature.
It is cool. It's got some interesting uses there. I think at this point, though, because the Drake is still alive, the monk is gonna fall behind, possibly. Well, I don't know. The dojo could keep him in the game, but
Sure could. I mean, the Elementalist has been kind of low on damage too, so
yeah.
glyph is inactive. Did not use it to heal the Drake. Hmm. So the monk can use the quick cast during the quick cast phase to shoot the bow, right?
Um, I want to say yes. I would have to double check. I believe that is
Looks
correct.
like it.
Ooh, is that
All right,
Haruku?
we've got a Haruku.
Ooh,
Cannot be targeted while active. Okay.
that's actually a little dangerous to cast Haruku in the first place unless you cast it early.
I mean, the Elementalist isn't bringing a whole lot of threats against Haruku right now.
That's fair.
All right. He moves the Drake. That's it, huh? Fight the Battle Forge. Nothing. And nothing. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Yeah, it was pretty rough there. Ooh,
Fling Blast. Rolling six
damage on burn.
dice. Why six dice?
Hawkeye, I think.
Oh, Fire Shivering. Fire Shivering and
Oh yeah,
Hawkeye.
sorry, Hawkeye and Fire Shaper. Ooh, that was a good roll.
All right. Two Flame Blasts
Hmm.
down, though.
Yeah, that was a lot of mana for that one. I don't know if I would have done the second one on the. I probably would have done the second one on the Self-Hate Disciple. I would have just done it on. If you
Wait,
put that damage on the monk, that is
what
what,
did the monk do? Oh, he just
8 and
moved?
4? Yeah. 8
I
and
mean,
4
quick.
damage is like. That's 14 damage on the monk if you just hit him with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had Dragon Scale on though.
Yeah, still 4 dice each when he's going to have no armor if that's rust. I'd probably still do it.
Well,
That's a lot of pressure on the
that's
monk, at least.
yeah, that's you though.
Okay.
Monk only has two damage on him right now, and I guess you could get him to half health, but hey,
Yeah, that's a lot
Fortified
of pressure.
Resolve will still reduce some damage.
The only way to do that is to burn through Fortified Resolve. You might as well burn through it.
Yeah, but you could get rid of all the threats against you too.
True, but to do that the best way, I think, is if you're not going to attack the dojo, you might as well attack the monk.
Well, I could see an argument for that.
It's just speculation, obviously, because it would have changed how the turn played out and thus decisions in the
Aren't
game.
those
But
like
yeah, it's just speculation.
rice paper windows and all wood? And shouldn't this have like flame plus
Should
two on it?
have flame +4. Let's go. Let's go big.
Give the monk a reason to take reinforce
Yeah.
with all of his lucrative spellbook points. All right, so Haruko gets +2 piercing while attacking an inactive creature.
So I guess the idea is to wait until the elementalist acts and then attack.
Yep. There's another Sohi disciple. Ah, there's the good old gloves of skill. Monk gonna try and take out the Drake. Does so. Yeah, Master not surprised. Didn't even plan a spell. Could dissolve the fire armor.
Yep.
Makes sense. I mean, probably running a lot of fire spells, given the Fire Shaper ring.
I mean, fire and lightning in terms of attacking power for the elementalists are best because of the rings' ability to buff stuff. They both have rings, I guess.
The Wind Ring is pretty interesting too.
That's true. Lots of pushing could happen, like just push them into
All right. No dodge on
the
Fireball.
fireball. There you go. Ooh.
Ooh, that is
Oh,
that is
wow.
11, well, 10 damage because of the leather armor.
It'll
I guess
be
he could reveal the
9
rust. Nope, he doesn't have my
or 8. because of the fortified resolve as well. But still, that's a lot of damage from that.
Okay. Yeah. Fortified Resolve, a good usage of Fortified Resolve. Fireball. Netmaster, of course, choosing not to re-roll 5 2s.
Yeah, it's a lot of twos. There's a lot of normal damage, but still, that's enough to burn through all kinds of
Now,
stuff.
when you only got one armor on,
I mean,
that
even
dissolve,
after all of
not
the
getting a
damage
glyph
reduction,
flip.
it's still 8 damage. What'd you say?
The dissolve to get rid of the armor did not get a glyph flip because the glyph is gone.
Oh, because the Drake died. Yeah. I don't know. I'm wondering if anybody else is similar, or I don't know. It feels like the Drake just dies too quickly. I like the Drake, but I'm always afraid to run the Drake.
It's a scary proposition to run the Drake. Leather coming out for the Elementalist, down up at 3 armor now. Another enchantment coming out for the Monk. Rhino Head? No, it's got to be Martial. So probably Martial Mastery.
I'm guessing Martial Mastery, yeah.
And some more armor. Yeah, Master choosing to wait it out.
Still thinking that's probably a Rustum.
Yeah, it's got to be a rest. 2 moves. Alright, deactivates Fire Glyph. Gets his mana. Gonna Flame
Yep, Flame
Blast the Monk
Blast.
again.
Whole lot of
2,
spells.
4, 6, 7. One
One short.
more. Oh man. Ah, another. Sheesh.
I mean,
5
there's no
mana to
kill
do
like
1
overkill, right?
damage. I mean,
There's no
we're
kill like
seeing
overkill.
the overkill for sure. All right, Haruku getting 2 damage in on the Elementalist. Elementalist pretty low on mana here.
Elementalist kind of can thrive in a spot like this, though. Like, you can either use the rune for extra damage or you can use the rune for mana, but in either case, you're going to run cheaper spells. Like, I run a lot of level 1 spells because you can buff them up to basically be level 2 spells pretty quickly and still keep the mana flow going if you need to not spend on the fire rune.
It's true. That is true.
So it's an interesting balance or gameplay balance there, I think.
Yeah, the fire spells are the ones that really boost your abilities to do damage. So seeing a what would you say in comparison to the Adrenaline Warlock? Are they roughly similar danger for fire, or are we
No,
just
I think
not as
the Warlock does fire specifically better and can do a lot quicker ramp up. Um, the Elementalist I think does decently. Yeah, they both do very well. Don't get me wrong, but I think the Elementalist can sustain it a little bit better because it doesn't rely on a curse being on the enemy.
Hmm.
So, just a thought there. But
Another Sohi disciple. That's the third one we've seen. Um,
they're not super
Nabmaster can only
difficult.
have 2 more flame blasts.
Yeah.
Targets card with card. What is going on here? Ah, seeking dispel. And it was a rust.
Yep. So that coming.
So now he actually has 2 armor. Going for the face. Acid
The acid
ball to get
ball
rid of the
was ready
armor.
for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a really good roll too. 3 damage plus
Wow.
2. Yeah.
Wow. And fireball. And we
Yep. I like it.
see another 7. What is that? 9 damage. Fortified resolve probably reduced it. Ooh, Haruku not even needing the piercing, getting all crits.
5 crit. So here's where Elementalist kind of perhaps is the wrong word, but like Elementalist does a good job here of being able to keep the amount of damage on. If you're
Hmm.
not going to sit there and heal, or if you're not going to attack or incapacitate the Elementalist is going to blast your face out of here.
Have we seen? Did he boost the dice at all, or is he just throwing? I don't think he's boosted the dice on anything. He's just done the standard. I've
Yeah,
got
just
gloves of
standard.
skill. I've got the fire shaper ring. I've got the
I
Hawkeye, and
mean,
just let it
Hawkeye Fire
fly.
Shaper Ring puts it at what 8 dice, so it's already pretty freaking strong at that point. You don't really need to boost it. You can, but you don't need to.
I mean, it does cost you 3 mana. Back when it cost you 1 mana, it was way too cheap.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought it was awesome from the elemental standpoint, but
Yeah, well, of
from
course the
from a
elementalists loved it. Hmm.
yeah, from a balance
More for this is
standpoint,
the
it's
fourth
probably not.
fireball. Is this the fourth
Woof!
fireball?
Look at the damage.
It's 9 damage,
9 damage. See, this is what I'm saying. You just burn right through it all.
and he's got 2 burns on him. He could die during the upkeep. I guess he's got a regrowth belt on right now. So horse stance.
Stance. Oh, and heal.
All right, well that's some damage off. All right, horse stance is Aegis.
Yep.
You can get tough, and you can add piercing too if you want to. But I think he's using it defensively for sure. Ruku doing 7 damage on 4 dice. 3 damage. What? Nope. Got 5 armor.
Um, I was gonna say
He
this
should
should be like
only. He
piercing
should do four
4, yeah.
damage. He should do an extra damage. So I don't
Yeah,
think
it's still
Haruku is
close, yeah.
automated.
Haruku is not automated, can confirm.
We're talking to the expert.
I don't know about that. Just the guy who didn't program it yet.
This is why I think Leather needs to die. It's ridiculous.
There are plenty, or not plenty. There are a lot more counters now than there used to be, and I'm okay with it. But I think if I was to redesign everything, I would not put leather in.
Yeah. Or make armor do less than it currently does. Like if it protects you against physical damage, and not spell damage or something.
That's an interesting idea too.
But that's the danger of leaving a Battleforge around.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Master is still very much in control of this game.
Yeah, the monk is playing the undo game, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Monk is just in here undoing while getting their face burnt off. Like,
Yep.
Elementus doesn't really care if Mage Wayne's on there or not. Yeah, it's nice, but like, you're getting rid of all the nice to have stuff, not the stuff that's going to win the game. The stuff that's going to win the game is the Fire Shaper Ring, the Hawkeye, and the millions of dice they can throw.
Yep. It's true.
So I guess I'm glad to see the Undoing game not winning necessarily so far. I guess there's still theoretical possibility to come back, but I don't know. I don't know if I agree with some of the choices here.
More armor. Mo Ama.
Oh, Ama.
So he's got 1 armor. No piercing.
And now the
Only
piercing a
2
lot better.
damage.
Yeah. Let's see what Nab does. Hell, at this point, I think it'd be
Probably
Flame Blast, or Fire Stream it,
right.
Push.
Force
Okay.
pushing out. Okay, so no defense. Yep.
And a fireball. He's got 8 left.
Yep. Yep. Fireball.
Rolling above on every one of them. That's amazing.
What, how many dice does he roll?
He rolled 8, and he's gotten 9 damage plus on each of them.
Okay.
Which, with 3 burns, that's gonna get it pretty dang close to burning through the regeneration, if not all the way.
Yeah, regen still saves him unless it's all. Oh, got all.
There it is. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's the power of the Elementalist, right? If you just sit there play the undo game, you're effectively giving them the game, I think, because they can just keep burning with stuff that doesn't necessarily have to be stuff on you. I
Right.
don't know. Maybe it was just the monk isn't very good at it in the first place, right? The monk is better at other things. I think monk would have been better suited shooting twice each turn to put the pressure back on the Elementalist who needs to retreat, right? Because
Yeah.
if he'd spent those like over 2 turns, 4 actions is 16 dice.
Yep.
Combine that with the fortified resolve that you're going to be building up while you do it, you take a lot less damage instead of dispelling and stuff like that. Like that could have been the game, but
Yep.
instead casting dissolve and casting dispel and stuff like that was just put him in a hole that he couldn't catch up with. You know,
Did he spend any key to give himself tough minus -2? Did the Aegis work? One,
Aegis is not
two,
animated on the thing. I didn't
three,
put Aegis on it at least.
8. So fireball is 6 dice normally, right? So
Yep.
Hawkeye plus Fire Shaper puts it at 8. Yeah, the Aegis was not working for the monk.
I don't think Aegis was on that card actually.
Uh-huh.
I think I only updated the art last time because I didn't realize it had changed a bunch of stuff.
Asterisk.
Asterisk. I'm not sure the result will change much, but yeah.
All right. So that was an Elementalist game where the Elementalist decided not to use pretty much any Elementals, like Drake and attack spells, right? And then a Battle Forge to keep yourself from dying. All right, we're going to look at a second game played with a different Elementalist and a different opponent. Nightmaster is still the Elementalist, and Aridigus fan is playing a Force Master, alternate Force Master. So we'll see how this
That Master's
goes.
using my least favorite Elementalist art.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's another Drake play.
Run up the Drake. All right. Well, I don't know why he didn't do the Drake. Oh, it didn't matter what order,
It
whether the
doesn't
Drake was
matter
that
what
way.
order you do it in, yeah.
Well, I mean, he could have saved mana right away, but.
So this is an Earth Drake this time. We've
Ooh.
got Hand of Bimshala and Battle Forge. If Netmaster is going to play the same way as before, he's going to come kill this Forge this turn.
Yeah, but you have to do it a little bit differently because it's not a water Drake.
Mm-hmm. Dampening Cloak. He just won while being attacked by ranged attacks. Ooh, Mana Shard.
Huh.
Interesting. Enchant. Here
There
goes
is.
the
Yep.
Surging Wave. Okay.
Wonder why that instead of
Ooh,
Stellar Step.
smack.
Oh, yep.
7
All
crit.
crits.
And a Mana
Oh, and a
Lotus.
Mana
That
Lotus.
cost him
All
3 spellbook points. All right, so he's got a timing
right.
push here,
Quite a
is
bit of
what
mana.
he's looking for here, I think.
Yeah.
2 enchants on a Riddigus fan here.
Got
Battle
a
Forge is
dampening cloak though,
gone.
so that's an interesting idea.
Well, it would definitely help against an attack spell Elementalist.
Uh-huh.
Looks like he gave the mana to himself. Makes sense. And there's the Elemental Male. Giving him plus
That's the
resist
Drake.
and life bond. Ooh. Regen. All right, so I'm guessing he's planning to steal some attacks here.
Probably. But also
He's
the
got regen and elemental
resistance
mail.
speed. The Elementalist is without a forge this time, so has to armor up himself.
Yeah, so this is 2 armor total. Chose to give the mana to himself again. Rock Drake,
Rock Drake.
5 damage.
Yeah, I forgot that thing doesn't automate either.
Which thing? Dampening Globe?
Dampening Cloak.
Reeling. Bear Strength and Wolf Fury. Hydrothermal Vent coming in.
Oh,
Holy crap! 8 crit.
what a
Trying to get through the days. Does not make it through
what
the
a
days.
crazy. Oh, the thermal vent's an interesting idea. That's a really good thing I might add to my elementalist now. But
Got a
wow.
Rust on the Drake. Pillar of Righteous Flame. Only doing 4 dice because the Drake is not actually non-living. Fun fact.
Oh yeah.
Does get the burn.
Oh, that was a good one too.
Wow. Poor Nabmaster's Drake is just dying all over the place here.
Yeah. See, again, I like the Drake, but it draws. It's like any familiar that gets played is just it's gonna die.
Yeah, it does do hate. We got a Galvatar doing some serious damage though, so we're planning to do serious damage with Galvatar. Pillar of Righteous Flame. No Force Master that doesn't have Force Pull. What are you doing?
I don't know. The flying thing's interesting.
The flying thing is interesting, but Force Pull is way better than anything this guy can do.
Fair.
I mean, I'm biased though, you know.
Yeah. Spinning slash gets the Drake anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, that Drake didn't last very long, did it?
Nope. Oh boy.
And Jetstream.
Yeah, here comes a Fire Glyph with Jetstream. Oh, didn't use the Fire Glyph.
But he got a ton of damage on the wall.
No.
Oh.
And regen. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Like I know it hasn't been much, but the pressure that elementals can put on at half health already. What turn
Mm-hmm.
is this? Turn 6? Like that's a lot of pressure already.
No, the Elementalist is at half health. Vertigas is at 0 damage right now.
Sorry, yes. No, wait. Didn't the Force Master just get
All
knocked through
right.
the
Am
wall?
I getting it wrong here?
Do we get him backwards as to who's playing what?
I
Yeah, Nab
probably
is playing
did.
the
Yep.
Force Master.
Nev is playing the Force Master. All
See, we're just talking about the
right.
mages most of the time anyway.
I apologize to everyone that I said everything wrong at the beginning again.
Still, that's pretty crazy there. I like how the Elementalist is doing.
Faith Healer Staff. It's gonna. Interesting. I like that choice.
That is interesting. I don't know if I like that choice, but it's interesting. Also, don't those? Oh no, one's autonomous. Never mind.
Yeah. He used the Faith Healer Staff as the autonomous weapon.
Yeah,
I personally would have done Soul Reaper, but that's me.
interesting idea there.
We got a growth on the mud golem. Got a Force Scarecrow coming in active. Iron Golem coming out. Seeking Dispel on
Dispel
the
on the
Rhino
Rhino Hide.
Hide. Nice.
It's expensive, but I mean, it's still a good spell.
Yeah, Seeking Dispel is a good spell. 3 spell points for the Elementalist, though. That is painful. Faith Healer Staff not healing anything yet.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Faith Healer staff myself.
I wouldn't have thought of it. Let's put it that way. But it
That's an
does roll
interesting
4
thought. It just,
dice.
yeah,
It rolls
that's
4
not
dice
the.
autonomous, and it gives you basically regen on top of regen, or a chance at
That's
healing
fair.
on top of
In
regen.
this book, it might be good. I don't like the spell in general.
Iron Golem Guard. Try and kill off that Mud Golem. Ouch.
Well,
It's saying that the Faith Healer staff can't attack on its own? Of course it can. It's
I think it can
autonomous.
because it's autonomous. Yeah.
It has to go after the Force Master's turn, though. So, Rapid Dismantle, Faith
Ooh,
Healer
I love
staff,
Rapid
and Regrowth.
Dismantle and Elementalist. Yeah, that's a great spell. I run at least one of those. I think it's epic though, right?
No, it's not epic.
No, then maybe I do run more than one. I couldn't remember.
It costs you 8 mana and a full action, and is level 2. So,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
really, really good, especially an Elementalist.
yeah, you can get a glyph off of it, which is nice. Something happened here. With DC. Force Phoenix attacks. Ooh, Force Phoenix.
Survives. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a better roll than it was.
Ooh, Force Caracal. Survives also. Wow, both at 1 health. Nice.
That's awkward though.
Scroll of Teleports.
Yeah.
That's worth dissolving.
Yeah, that's what I'd be worried about is that thing would go away real fast.
Moving in with the Galvatars. 6 crit. Nice. And another regrowth spell. Siphons to Dissipate. What? He has that in his book?
That's a pretty interesting play there. I like that a lot.
What did he choose to do with it? Remove 2 damage? No? Oh,
Ooh.
did he do
Yeah,
something
that
with
works
it?
really
I don't
good.
think he did something with it.
Something with what? Sorry.
No, yep, Symbiotic Orb. Love that Symbiotic Orb.
Yeah, the orb's good.
Flame
Ooh, Flame
Strike.
Strike. There it is.
Right.
Oh, that is a good one too. Good roll.
Oh, he attacked normally and then he did a Flame Strike. I see. An Autonomous Vorpal Blade. Nice. What did he attack? Attack the Elementalist? No. Rhino Hide. So we know that there's a Bear Strength and a Rhino Hide on that force on that Elementalist.
Yep. Ooh, the burn damage. Max damage.
Yeah, Master at 21 mana, though. Both of them at 21 mana. This mana shard is not doing its job right now. Did he add what did he symbiotic orb plus the Force
A
Phoenix?
lot of weird. Oh,
Wait, you can't have two Force Phoenixes out. They're unique.
what? Wonder if you realize that.
Asterisk.
Flex. He's right about that. The Ring of Fire is a good play there.
Yeah, I like that. So you got a Rust,
Ooh, and the
Dissolving,
dissolve on the Vorpal.
Orbital Blade. Was it?
I thought it was dissolve on something. I thought it was a Vorpal Blade.
Yeah. This unique trait is not being followed here.
It is weird to have unique on a creature, though.
It is unique, or it is weird, but there's a reason for it because you can
Oh,
have it
yeah.
forever. You can't have
Yeah.
four creatures forever. That would be crazy.
It would be weird.
What did he get rid of with the dissolve? Was it nullified or something? We got rid of symbiotic orb. That's what he got rid of. That makes more sense. Symbiotic orb is a good thing to get rid of.
Yeah, it could really screw up some of the flame strikes, so it was a good call. Though at this point, like, maybe there's no reason to dissolve the teleport skulls either because everyone's in the same zone.
It's true. Vorpal Blade doing 3 damage. Almost dead Iron Golem. Although, alright, he's going to steal the attack to attack the Force Phoenix. Kills the Force Phoenix. But he revives it. If you're going to have a. Where's your redistributed power, man?
I think this is another example of the Elementalist just being able to burn through someone who decides to do too much other stuff other than
Yeah, really,
like
this
it
fan
feels
only
like
has 2 damage.
yeah, there's just a lot of like not dealing with the threat. And the Elementalist here is the threat. Prevent the Elementalist from dealing as much damage and suddenly it's okay. Or like flip the pressure
Well,
back, right? Get a damage
if you
raise. I
kill
don't
the
know.
Iron Golem, the Elementalist doesn't actually have any damage in
Yeah,
this
maybe this one.
scenario.
I was thinking because you could just start throwing attack spells pretty well.
Good, it's true. Coral Barrier. And another jet stream.
Ooh. The wall idea is pretty cool.
Is that a bleed? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Nice.
Gotta go away from the regen, but yeah.
Force armor.
He's trying to stabilize.
If he had had that force armor on, it would have taken. Say the wall didn't do that much damage, did it?
Yeah, it rolled pretty low.
Right, 23 damage on the Force Master, 5 damage on the Elementalist. 2 armor on the Elementalist, 1 armor on the Force Master. Nope, sorry, 4 armor on the Elementalist. Dude, those 2 enchantments on the Elementalist are 6 spellbook points.
Right. That's less than a purge magic, or more than, or as much as a purge magic now from somebody else.
Right.
So it might actually be worth doing. Ooh, surging wave. Going back through with the way or with the
Nope, not a push.
it is a push because the wind or the air
Oh, he used the air glyph on it.
thing.
Nice.
Glyph. There we
See?
go. Words.
And the water glyph is active because of surging wave.
Yep. Yeah, the air glyph is awesome for stuff like that.
I love the air glyph. The air glyph is my
Yeah,
favorite
me too.
glyph. Of course, I play Frost Elementalist, so
Yeah, it's true. It
absolutely
works really
love
well
the
with
air
frost.
glyph.
Yeah, it works great with frost. After all that, it's still only 6 to 27.
He's trying to kill this wall for some reason. The Vorpal Blade attacked the wall instead of the Elementalist. Seems like a classic split damage problem. The Elementalist is healing 4 damage a turn, so it's kind of nuts.
It does cost a bit of extra mana though, so I mean, it doesn't matter because it's got tons of mana generation in this one, but still. Yeah, I don't know if I understand the wall attack there, but ooh,
Oh, that is
ooh,
12, 13, 14 damage.
yeah.
Ouch.
Dice want blood.
Wow. That
That was a
was
pretty
that
big
you went
chunk.
from
Yeah,
really healthy to half dead
to
in
not
one
so healthy.
one
Yeah,
round.
rust and fireball. Not a great roll in the fireball. 4 more damage though. That's something and a burn.
Spell. Oh, galvanize. Okay. Your strength. So, it's like the elementals has 1 armor against the Force Master. All right. Yeah, 2 crows. Force hammer gets the slam off and 8 damage. 6 damage because of armor.
Oof. No good on the acid ball, but gets a boulder.
He's trying to flip the fire glyph so he gets more
Yeah.
damage.
Whoa,
Wow.
there it is.
Look at
Yep,
that.
that ended it with the smash.
So,
So in both games, I thought it was interesting that the Drake got focused early and just doesn't stick around.
but that gave the elementalist enough time to be defended and ready to hit back, right?
Yeah, and so you're right. The ability to just burn things while they focus on the Drake is particularly strong. So it's a possible strategy to use. It's unfortunate that the Drake, as cool of a creature as it is, it seems like it just dies so quickly.
What? He was going to have a levitating kraken? Who is this? Anyway. All right. So, Interesting. I mean, when I look at this game, I see that yes, the glyphs are providing some mana because of the amulet, right? And most people don't think it's worth getting rid of the amulet because you probably got another one, or why not get rid of something that either heals them or gives them more damage or gives them more armor. Except
Yeah.
the amulet does that. so, um, because you can use the amulet to unpower a glyph to get 2 mana, that gives you 2 mana to use the healing or the armor glyph, right? So,
Yeah. I think it depends on how many dissolves you have and what you're saving it for, right? If you're just gonna play the undo game, like with a Mage Bond dissolve, it might be worth doing. But I feel
well, and
like
it
there's
remains to be
other
seen
ways to
how
attack the Elementalist.
tight the Elementalist's mana is over the course of a game. Like at this point, this Elementalist had 7 mana left after throwing a boulder, right? So you
Right.
weren't going to be messing up his game because his
Yeah.
plan
And that's fine.
was
Sometimes, yeah.
his plan was to put down a wall and use a cheap spell to push you through it, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
I don't know. The teleport scrolls never got used. Pretty sure.
They didn't. But there's the way to make those useless is to, well, useless may be the wrong word. The point of them is to put the golem in place to fight things, but
Right. If you're gonna come to the golem, then who cares?
yeah.
Um, hmm. So we saw 2 elementalist wins. Um, and I
Good.
don't know. I think the glyphs are working pretty well. Like I saw the healing glyph get used in both games. I saw the fire glyph get
We saw
used in
all
that
of them.
last roll. I mean the air glyph got used to get the push through. Like this, it could be that this elementalist was built to use the glyphs, right? So
And I've noticed that I've been using the glyphs for more than just mana in mind. Though I will admit, early game it's mostly just mana.
right, well, it does help you. It makes it so that the elementalist is a round 5 character, right?
Yeah.
Like the rounds 4 through 7 are when the elementalist is the strongest. Um, I think early on, if they're going to be playing a bunch of economy, they're vulnerable to rushes, and they
I would
can
agree there.
counterattack,
Yeah.
but then it's going to be a dice game anyway. So,
Yeah.
hmm. Ha ha ha.
It's
Well,
good.
thanks for
It's
joining me,
been a while since
Sharkbait.
though. Absolutely. Thanks for
It
having me.
was fun to see those games. Thanks for submitting the replays, everybody who was featured. And if you want your replay featured, post it in the Discord chat. I can't do them all. I will do as many of them as I can because I do this once a week. But that's been Tuesdays with Puddnhead.